The thought of spending every day on the comfort of your sofa almost sounds too good to be true. But this is a reality for many young men who are consciously choosing to play video games rather than work. A new study has shown that more young men are now living at home and playing video games, and that rates of happiness among this group is rising. The study comes from researchers at Princeton University, the University of Rochester, and the University of Chicago, which attribute 1/3 to 1/5 of the decline in working hours among these men to technology-based entertainment such as video games. In the university interview, Eric Hurst, one of the researchers from the University of Chicago, said happiness surveys actually indicate that they are quite content compared to their peers, making it hard to argue that some sort of constraint, like they are miserable because they can't find a job, is causing them to play video games. The study showed that 20% of men between the ages of 21 and 30 with an educational level lower than an undergraduate degree reported not working at all in 2014, more than double than the 9.5% who reported not working in 2000. Some 75% of the time that they used to spend working has now been replaced with time on the computer, mostly playing video games. And while the average time spent playing video games between 2004 and 2007 was 3.4 hours a week, by 2014 that time had risen to 8.6 hours. The researchers say that much of this is down to the psychological effects of the video games, which can be more rewarding than standard work. Danny Izquierdo, a 22-year-old who lives at home with his parents, told the Washington Post, "When I play a game, I know if I have a few hours I will be rewarded. With a job, it's always been up in the air with the amount of work I put in and the reward." Previous studies have shown that young men are particularly susceptible to video game addiction, largely because games activate the reward circuits in males more than they do in females. And some experts believe that similar reward structures should be applied to the business world in order to motivate more men to stay in work. In a recent TED talk, Tom Chatfield, a technology theorist, said that businesses should break things down into smaller tasks, rewarding effort consistently, and offering opportunities for group work. He said, "If we can look at these things and learn from them and see how to turn them outwards, then I really think we have something quite revolutionary on our hands."